ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 20, Episode 3, the official start of pie season. As you can see here, we have some pies arrayed. My colleague Ferguson, in the actual flesh, and not represented by a stuffed toy. Would you care to introduce the pies, Mr. Ferguson?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all verses. So, this year we're going to start with a bit of a bang. So, we've got the Sainsburys Taste the Difference range. Should I say that again? No, so, first off, we have the maple and pecan mince pie. Controversial. Then we have what I can only... bear with me here. It is the Eccles Fichen tart. And then we have what some would say is a pina colada mince pie. It's rum, pineapple and coconut mince pie. And yeah, so this is the three different flavours on Sainsbury's this year, and we're quite looking forward to trying them out.
They look very interesting, Mr. Ferguson. My prediction is this will be delicious.
Yeah.
The Scottish people will come for you for your mangling of spelling their word, and that one will taste foul.
Could you correct my
no
pronunciation?
No, it's much funnier to do it this way. So a big thanks and a shout out to Mrs. Ferguson, who procured these pies for us at a great personal risk in this time of terrible plague death. So I would hasten to add, though, as you can see from the maple and pecan pies, they are pre-opened and there has been a pie tax. I also suspect they are going to be the nicest pies. So
squirrels.
So me and Mr. Ferguson will have to fight to the death to eat the fourth pie. Which one do you want to go for first, mate?
I think we will start with the maple and pecan.
Why would you do that?
Because it is open.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the best one. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And I just want to see your face in the last.
Just need to keep the run time down.
So, right, there we go. Let's moving quickly.
Okay, initial thoughts on a maple pecan mince pie. The lid is extremely non-traditional, even by the standards of. It's very much a floating lid, if you can see that there.
Certainly notes of Kipling.
Okay, pops out of the foil nicely.
Says it's supposed to be an all butter pastry.
It's crisp. It's certainly crisp.
It's nice and firm.
I'm going in.
Very manufactured.
Okay. Pastry's good. Crisp. A little bit wet sand, but not too much.
You know, I'm not feeling the. I don't like the middle section of that pastry. I think it's too much, too chunky.
I'm still on the edge. Let me go to the middle. Jesus Christ! Look at that. It's like someone has squidged a Viennese whirl onto the top of my pie.
It's quite hench.
I mean, that has seriously. I mean, look at that. Look at that tiny whisker of pie filling under there.
You know what? I'm going to stop there because we've got the other two to try.
All right. I would say fruity texture, reasonable. Outer pie crust, reasonable. Absolutely let down by a dollop of shortbread in the middle. I'm going to give that 4.
I think I add to those sentiments. I think the filling is great flavour. That dollop of shortbread in the middle is just too much. It's literally
Too much.
like having a stone in your pie.
Stone in your pie.
Thanks,
Sainsburys, for putting a stone in our pie. Right, next one. Come on. Go on, say it again. What's this one?
So it's either an Ecclefecken or an Ecclefection. Or are you going to correct me on this one? Sorry, I apologise to all of my Scottish brethren.
It's far funnier not to.
Can you please help me out here? Oh dear. So, this looks quite exciting actually. I think this is going to be my burn.
How do you think this is going to be your winner today or your winner for pie season?
No, just for today.
That's a big throwdown, my friend.
No, today, because I'm assuming that the pies are going to flood in now.
Certainly not winning at opening.
No. Just to remind you all, it's quite early in the morning. We're having to do this pre-work.
Come on, let's have a look.
So,
okay, interesting. Okay, so we've got a bit of a crumbly, currenty top. Don't know if you can see that from here.
Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like a
vomit. It looks a little bit.
A little vomit? No,
That is
It
not.
looks like a pancake in a pie. It looks like an American pancake. It's been squished.
Not
into
a
pie.
visually appealing pie. Okay.
However, you know, it smells yummy.
Okay. Right. Same picture as before.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, people. Huge fan of the Eccles cake, and it's definitely buttery. It's like really buttery. It's just really nice. And when you bite into it, it's got like a chewy centre. So it doesn't have your traditional kind of mince pie fill, but it's got a real sort of buttery chew, but it's got all the fruit of the mince pie.
This is quite good.
It's and the pastry casing's quite thin, gives you a nice outer crunch, so you're not just eating like a soggy.
Yeah, I've got a giant
soggy pie.
wallop of.
So it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the way that is good.
Loads of flavour.
I'm going to post that at 6. I mean, I'm not mind blown or anything, but it is good. Right, on to the one which I'm sure is going to be a festival of horror.
So, ladies and gentlemen, may we introduce you to what has been known by Mrs. F, by the way, as the pina colada pie.
Sounds revolting. Sounds absolutely revolting, mate.
Yeah, well, this one's getting shipped off to the boys on site today.
Enjoy this, lad. Yeah. I don't know how you've done it. You've managed to get like some pie crumbs here, right on your food bone there, mate.
Have I?
Yeah.
It's all part of the Right.
Okay, so another non-traditionally lidded pie here. Certainly much more
I have a mouthful of tea and clear my palate.
more visually appealing than the last one. I think if you'd seen this pie this time last year in the streets, and you'd have wigged out, mate.
Oh no, I know. I mean, I've come around to the concept of the open-topped mince pie these days, and I learned that things change, things evolve. All sacred things are broken eventually.
So
it's disgusting.
I got a faint whisper of the taste on the back end of the pastry that I've nibbled. Pastry consistently good throughout all 3 pies.
Right, so we go.
But
actually, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
I'm not a huge fan of rum in food.
I'm not a huge fan of rum in anything because it's vile.
That's a separate conversation.
But I like coke.
Do you know what? Actually, as the aftertaste come through, it is like being French kissed by a drunk pirate. Because that tastes like week-old rum.
What happens at last stays at last, mate. Okay, for me that is an extreme disappointment of a pie. I mean, don't be wrong, if you are a fan of rum, pineapple and coconut, I mean, I'd like 2 out of those 3 things, just not necessarily together. That could be a very niche interest pie for you. But for my money, no thank you. Even off camera, I'm probably not going to finish this, and that is a telling statement. That's coming in for me, straight 1.
Well, 1. Do you know what? I'm gonna echo those sentiments as well. I think 1 is a good mark for that pie. I mean, it is awful. It literally felt like I had been
It tastes like, for me, it tastes almost like
violated.
It tastes like a penny sweet.
In a mince pie fashion.
It tastes like a penny sweet.
Well, didn't it? Well, I don't know what it tastes like.
Still
I've not quite tasted anything like that. I think
okay.
it was, but you know, well done to the people of Sainsburys for thinking that might be a good idea.
Pushing the agenda. So our winner for today is clearly the
Ecclefetian tarts.
thoroughly enjoyable. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this first triple pie edition of Christmas pies with Booty Reviews.
Yeah, and if you have any pies that you want us to try, please send them in. You can get in contact via Facebook with Mr. Connell.
That's true. I'm very happy to be deluged with pie, as long as it's not this pie.
Ever again.
So join us next session when we will be discussing the merits of. Are you? Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm doing a little presentation. Ignore it, people.
Yeah, join us next time when we will be discussing the merits of late 90s washing machine brands as to who is the best purveyor of white goods. Thank you very much, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Connell.
We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.